In the world of football, some stories are about trophies. Some are about skills, but few are about redemption, about falling in front of the world, and rising again, not just as a legend, but as something more. This is the story of Zinedine Zidane. From a misunderstood genius to a national hero, a fallen idol, and finally a legendary manager, Zidane's story teaches us one thing: greatness always comes with a price. Zinedine Yazid Zidane was born in La Castellane, a tough neighborhood in Marseille, to Algerian immigrant parents. Life wasn't easy. Racism was real. Opportunities were rare. But Zidane had something special: a silent fire. Football was not just a game. It was an escape. He once said, "I was raised in a place where you don't talk much. You just show who you are on the pitch." And he did. He started his professional career at Cannes, then moved to Bordeaux, where Europe took notice. But it was at Juventus where Zidane became a magician. In Italy, the world watched him turn football into poetry. His vision, his control, his elegance were unmatched. But even then, Zidane had a dark side. A temper, a quiet volcano. Red cards started to follow him, warning signs of battles ahead. 1998 was the turning point. Zidane wasn't just a star anymore. He became the symbol of a multicultural France. In the World Cup final, he scored 2 goals with his head, against Brazil. France won. The country celebrated like never before. Zidane became a national hero. But behind the scenes, he stayed the same: quiet, introverted, complex. The pressure was building. As his fame grew, so did expectations, and his temper. Zidane's career had more red cards than most legends. He was a genius, but a moody one. He would snap. Critics questioned him. How can a role model lose control like that? And then came 2006, the moment that would define him, for better or worse. Zidane announced he would retire after the World Cup. He carried France to the final. In his last ever game, he scored a cold-blooded Panenka against Buffon. But then came the moment the world can't forget. Marco Materazzi. A few words. One moment. One headbutt. Zidane was sent off. Red card. Final lost. A nation was shocked. A legacy in doubt. How do you say goodbye to football like that? After 2006, Zidane disappeared from the public eye. No coaching job. No interviews. Just silence. France forgave him, but the world debated his legacy. Was he a hero, or a hothead? A master, or a man who cracked under pressure? Zidane didn't explain. He just waited, and prepared for something greater. In 2013, he quietly returned to Real Madrid, not as a player, but as a coach. Many laughed. Great players don't always make great managers. But Zidane, he was different. He studied, he learned, and then, in 2016, he took over the first team. In just 2.5 years, Zidane did what no manager had done before. He won 3 Champions League titles in a row. He wasn't loud. He wasn't tactical in a traditional sense. But he was a leader, a father figure, a calm presence in chaos. His past mistakes made him wiser. His pain gave him empathy. Zidane had redeemed himself, not just in football, but in life. In classic Zidane style, he walked away, again, twice. No drama, no long speeches, just silence and dignity. He had nothing to prove anymore. He came, he conquered, he forgave himself. Zidane's story is not about perfection. It's about passion, mistakes, pain, and learning. He showed the world that redemption is possible, even after public failure. That grace doesn't mean weakness. That silence can be powerful. In the end, Zinedine Zidane was more than a footballer, more than a coach. He was a man who fell, and rose. And that is why his legacy will last forever. If this story moved you, inspired you, or made you see football in a deeper light, subscribe to Sportspace 4 for more powerful sports stories like this. Let us know in the comments, what does Zidane mean to you? And remember, redemption is always possible.